All right, so we're gonna start our quick webinar mini series about the Blogly. So we're gonna teach you, give some tips and tricks, how to better optimize the article, how to write the contents, how to create actually good quality original content. Right, Tom?
Right, right.
Tom, you are.
I am a freelance writer and have been using Blogly now for, oh gosh, I don't know, a few months anyway, in various stages. And I make my living writing. And any tool that makes that easier is appreciated.
All right. All right. Now, quick introduction about me. I'm Gennady Batrakov, and I'm a founder of Blogly. And this tool was born basically out of all my frustration of the dealing with content. And believe me, I know what I've been through with all this content writing. It's the pain in the neck. So I made that tool that as much as possible automates lots of tasks. So let's go through that quickly. Today is a subject very particular. We are focusing on the assets in the article. So Tom, you just asked me about what are the assets, right? In the article.
Right. How do you see how are assets viewed in Blogly?
Okay. So as you know, I mean, we all know that article is just not just pure text file. It's you write the article, content is one thing, but there's a lot of other enhancements goes along with it. So you need to create some supplemental notes. You need to put there some additional images. You need to add some documents. You need to make the references to other articles and other external references to other blogs or other pieces of content. And overall, it's just formatting the article and keep it all in one bucket with all the images, with all the documents, with all the files. That all belongs together in one piece of content.
Cool.
Yeah, content is in the Blogly is that we just give it one name, article.
Got it. Well, let's dive in. Let's pretend that I haven't used any of these features and consider me a newbie.
All right.
Let's see how this all works.
Okay, so now let's do this quickly. So what I need to do, just basically just repeat our steps. We have another session that we go through the how to create an article, through the quickly in create an article here, where I can just insert it through the blog post. So existing blog post somewhere, let me bring there some blog post. Let's say if I take one of these blog posts, let's say I take this one from Medium. So as you can see, this is a lots of pure text. And there's a one large image here, but other than that, just a text. So let me bring it in. So if I take it here, if I go to blog URL, I just paste the URL and click OK. Just wait for a few seconds until it shows up. We probably should put the spinner here, so while you're waiting. So here it is. Now, the top 8 regrets of middle age. Hey, is it about us?
Oh no, I'm still a spring chicken.
All right, all right.
I
Okay.
actually shave my head and dye my beard gray to have
Are you
a
prepared?
distinct
You
look.
prepared?
Yes.
Okay, so as you can see, it's broken down the article automatically by the blocks because each block
Oh
is in
yeah.
a block lays. Each block is basically H2 header. So whatever you have in a document by H2 headers, they are being automatically broken up. As you can see, there's a little small piece of content in each block, and here is the assets on the left. In
Okay.
the article itself, you could see the layout on the upper bar. So let's go through this quickly. So what we're going to discuss today, it's of course this is an outline. It's kind of no-brainer, right? So
Right.
we can see this is an outline. Outline consists of the blocks. You basically create the blocks, and each block it's kind of retains the content inside each block.
And
So
I do want to say this. I really like the fact that it automates the outline because I hate outlines.
Yeah, let me remove some of them. So you can see blocks, you create a given name. Usually it starts off with preamble, this, which is the first block when you
Right.
import any article, but let's delete that. We don't need that. So now this block is being removed. Now let's take this one out as well. It's a blank block. There's nothing there. Was just a... Now you can see now it started off with a small image here, and the rest is the text. Let me just remove it so I make it clean. So here's the block of first block of the article. What you can change while it's still time there, and we're gonna display how we can use the assets to improve the article, right?
Well, for an article on on a website like that, really doesn't. It is all content. There's they've got headings, but
Yeah, you know how much, how many, I
stuff.
mean, you know how many of the websites you can find the blogs are pure content, pure boring content, sometimes not even broken up by the headers. So just simply just people type it in. Well, is it exciting to read? No. So you want to make it more, better appealing and nice. Easy pop-up messages. You can bring that. You can insert the videos, quick videos. You can actually put the GIF or GIFs. I'm still not sure what's the correct name. Is it GIF or GIF?
I haven't the foggiest.
All right.
I think GIF, graphic interface format, I believe is what it stands for.
Yeah.
I used to be vice president of acronyms, so
that
was my job, create acronyms.
All right. So let's just from the high level, of course, Ted, you recognize the outline. Now, on a high level, you know all the stages of the article. Can go through. You do the research. Research, we're gonna talk next subject, totally dedicated for research. We're gonna talk today about notes, library, and there is one more tab inside in the assets is the versions. So
Cool.
let me just get in. So right now there are no notes, and of course in the library there are no files. If I go inside the article, this is a primary tab. This is the article itself. So you just go inside the article. Any blocks, you can go between blocks just clicking on the left right arrows here. And the left side, like I said, reserved for the assets. So let's go through the assets again.
Okay.
You're seeing the research here again, but we're not gonna talk about research. It's a totally new functionality. We're gonna bring it in. We are bringing it now, and we dedicated a totally separate subject for that. Let's talk about notes, libraries, and version. So let me show you the cool thing, what you can do with the notes. Of course, you can just simply add the notes as you type in, okay, here is my note, and whatever you want to type, you type it in here. This is a full rich text editor. You can add the tags, you can assign the tags, you can add the link here. So link will be visible on a higher level. So and when you click OK, here is let's say I put the notes here. This is my note, but let me show you the cooler way how you can bring some notes and some extra additional pieces of content that kind of useful when you write the article, right?
Let me back you up for a second, because I saw something that caught my eye that I really I use it. If you open that note up again and show them how you link it to a block, would you please?
Okay. Yeah, if you want to link
blocks.
it to the block, there is assign blocks right here. If I open it up, it shows me all the blocks. That means every node by default is stick to the level of the article. Now, if you want to specifically assign it to the block, you just simply say, I want that node to be appear in this particular block. So when you click OK, now this one is block related. So if I go to the different blocks, you can see until I get to the block where I assign the node, it's not showing up, and it will show up only when it gets to that node. As you can see, it was assigned to this particular block. So it's kind of referencing quickly to the kind of assigning nodes they specifically made for a specific block of content.
Well, that is a great tool, because my approach in the past has been Word documents with URLs and snippets of copy and stuff, and it's very difficult to know where I used that in the document that I'm writing. And so this way all I have to do is say, I'm going to use it here, click, and then I never forget.
Yeah, yeah. Now, there is one more thing here about notes. Notes are also that you not only can add the notes here, you can add it from anywhere on a website if you're browsing around and you want to collect a specific piece of content. And for that, we created this little extension, which is a Chrome extension, and this one is a Blogly extension. This one is contained. It's a part of the app, and you can actually assign that specific content to the article. So let me show you how that works. Let's say if I go through the same article here, actually let's go do the different one. So we go now into the Medium, and it doesn't have to be Medium, could be any site. So let's say even if I'm on the Medium, so I'm going to the how I reached the 300,000 views. So let's say this is a content appeared to me that's useful, and I want to use it in a specific article. Some of the information I want to be visible into my notes for specific article, right? So instead of keeping like I usually do, and you probably do the same, I keep like 80 tabs in each. For each, I open a Google Chrome, then Google Chrome is not enough, I open the Edge, and everywhere I keep like 60 to 80 tabs. It's exhausting, it's difficult, and plus it's draining so much resources on computer, becomes sluggish, slow, and it heats up. Sometimes I get like over 100 degrees on my my laptop.
That's good in the wintertime, but wait a minute, you're in a sunny climate, so that's not good ever, is it?
Yeah. Well, I'm in California, so California is still it's warm and sunny, but you don't want the computer to be warm and sunny. You know? All right, so let's collect some information. Let's say you found some good information. You go here and say, okay, now I want to copy that information and add to information to my to my article that I'm writing right now. So let me just remember what was the top 8 regrets of middle age. Okay, let's see if I open that up. So let me see if I find this article, regrets. Yeah, I found it. So just part of the word, I found it.
Oh, that was fast too.
And now I'm ready to go. So let me just explain what you see. Here is now the place for me that I can start highlighting and collecting the information. Let's say I do this, start highlighting. Now this little box showed up, and I can go through the article and just pick up some pieces of information. Let's say even if I want
a picture, yeah,
if I want to take a picture, but we can do it later. Let's say I want to take it from here to here, and now I want to take this piece of content, right? And I want to take maybe some other piece of content, and maybe this one, and I can say done. Now you could see it's collected the information. Now I can say save. Now the interesting part is when I go back to the article, let me just refresh it here. So I'm in the article right now. Let me show you that that here is the information that I collected. So let's take a look. And again, remember, notes are on the first they appear on the article level. So if I click on the article related, and here you go. Here is the note that I collected right now, and I can do tons of these notes. So you can see it's a little bit gives a little bit of spaces, and no problem. So I can just simply add here, and maybe can do some editing here if I need to. So I can just bring the content together. Maybe I can add some my stuff. Maybe I can actually bold it, or maybe even highlight it, or say different colors. Let's say if this one would be I like this color. So when I click here, you could see now this note appear. Now it's ready for me. So it's on the left side, and more than that, so I want to attach it to that specific block because that's only related to that block. So I can go click here on edit and say assign a block. So I can assign to the same block. It will appear only in that block. So if I go in the block related, now you could see I'm in a different block. When I go into this block, now this node shows up here. So How do I use this note? First of all, I can edit it, right? So I can get in, I can just keep the information only what I want. I already got what I want, but now
Right.
actually I go through this and I can actually massage it if I need to, or I can leave it as is. So, but in any case, let's say if I want to do this one, something like that, and say I can do black note. Let's say it's like this. So basically I reworked it, so I'm having this content, it's available now. I can two ways. Let's say if I want to add this info without just straight to my article, could be as a like a some reference to what the other article is saying. So I can just take this piece of content and just simply I can drag it and drop it here. That's one way. So I can do another way. I can actually take the whole article, whole note, and say, okay, I want to post it right here below. And I can just click here and the whole note posted right here.
Wow.
So this is the way you can just basically use the notes. Now let me just show you here is let's say about say SEO. I do the search, I continue searching. Let's say I found some interesting information. I want to do some more of the note taking, so no problem. I can get in the site I like. I can go back here again. I click here. It remembers the last article I already assigned to, so
Good.
just simply keep creating the notes. If that was the same site, it's actually will select the same note as it was before. I can actually select that particular note and actually keep adding in the same note, but you don't need to. Each note will have their own URL trace. So when I click here and start highlighting, it appears here as a box, and now I can go through the article and I select the parts that I want, right?
Right. I noticed too that it picks up the links that are part of it, which is nice. Any links like Google and Bing and our periodic table of SEO factors, that's kind of cool that it picks that up, because that could be essential to your article, or you're referencing that copy.
Yeah, now let me show you how it's been how the images could be picked up. So I selected that where the image was there. Let's say if I click done, you could see now the image is even there.
Wow.
So when I click or save, now let's go and review that article, what I collected. If I click here, now you could see now the whole note appears here, including the image as well.
Right.
Now, if I go here and I can just clean up the note what I need. Let's say I just leave what I needed. Maybe I can just leave it as this. I just open it up. As you can see, the link is saved right here automatically. Right. I can also assign my tags so it's easier to find. Let's say, for example, I assign the tag competitor. When I put the competitor, this particular node will be found when I search from another article by a specific tag. So whatever node is assigned is searchable. Now the image is here, is available. Now let me show you here. If I want to add here, let's say if I build in my research document, just right here is a research document. All I need to do is just simply collect all this data and create one node as a research node. Now when I go on the high level, here on the base of the article. Now if I go back to the notes, I could see now all the nodes that I created for that particular article. It started off with my node, then it was another node that was collected on another side, and this is another node. And as you can see, they're separated here by the dotted line, dash line, and also it has the reference to where this node was taken. So if I click on this icon, I go directly into the same place where I took the notes.
That is outstanding, because trying to remember where stuff came from, that's a challenge. And if you write it down in a book, then you have to type the URL in. So tell
me, this is where I started off with this, because when was working with the Google Docs. Well, Google Docs or Microsoft Word, which is like 99% people are working with that. So
Right.
eventually my Google Doc becomes unmanageable. I got too much data, too much information. I had to separate them by separate docs, somehow keep a reference. It's not easy, and then it's just not effective. So this is a lot faster, it's a lot more effective. Now let me show you here. If I click on all, now I can find anything here, as was any notes that I've done previously. And you can see I've got like 26 pages of different notes. Now can I search it quickly? Yeah, I use this quick here. Let's say search. I remember the words. Let's say word was tips. I remember that. If I search by tips, here it is. Now one article for with the tips. I mean, you can see this is like a full article there.
Great.
So anything is, yeah, like another one. This is another note with the tips. So you could find it easy. You can find it by specific tag that you assign. Let's say if I did a competitor, right? So if I select the competitor, and I want to see now for but see, this one is tips is still here. Now if you can see here, if I select here, say competitor, yeah, now you see all the nodes that assign competitor will show up, including like here's a backlink. So now if I find something, now I want to see, I only collected a little bit of information. Here's the outline, but let's say I want to see now full article. All this, no problem. I can just go there and just read the whole article. So that's really important when you write specific content. You want to collect related content and then keep it all under control. Keep it under one roof. So if I go to article now, those are the notes. Those are the assets. So when you are creating your article, you will have a lot of assets. And assets consist of, now we cover right now the notes section.
Right. So let's look at libraries next.
Yeah, let's look at libraries. So what the libraries will do? Well, if notes are there for the content collection and some interesting pieces of data and information, now libraries are basically your file bin. You can store your images in your PDF file, your documents, your Excel sheets, doesn't matter. Any type of file can be stored here and they will be attached to the article by default. So it's not, it's easy to find. They also taggable. We're using the tagging system. If I click on all here, you could see my previously done. So you can see I got 44 pages of different images and everything. Now, this is not in images, not only the images. I got PDFs, I got Excels, I got the docs, but the best part is it just aggregated and linked to the article. It's resources right on the tips of your fingers. So, but let me show you the other little cool things. So now, article related. So right now, it appears I have no assets yet created for this article. So let's upload some assets. So let's say I need to add some images that I'm using there. So let me do this. So I'm gonna specifically create it, say this particular folder. So let me do this. Let's say I prepare some images. I had this image, so I can bring it in. And here is a compression, but I'm gonna talk about compression and about different things. Let me just bring a few images here. So I brought one, I selected, let's say I want to bring all those ins and in one shot. So it should bring them, yeah, it's populating, so it's waiting. So yeah, so now you could see the PDF showed up. We have the other images showing up. And also I added the video as well, so I'll show you how the video being performed. So let's take some smaller video. This one is video from here. but I think it's already, yeah, it's already, I don't need to edit. So it's already showed up right here.
Oh,
So
okay.
whatever I added video, I added the, actually there's a couple videos here. So I added the PDF file, I added the images. So this is about what 99% of people are using. For the most part, they are using images. So let's do this. Now, let's add some images to the right side. Let's say I want to add it right here, and I want to edit this image. You click here, you say copy to craft. Now it's there. Let's say I want to add another image right here. I'm gonna hit copy to craft. So these images are inserted, and by default they just shrink automatically to the size. But let's say you want to control the size. Of course, there is when you hover, there is additional editing options showed up. So of course you can delete it. So if I click here, I delete the image. So let me put it back. No, let's do this one, and I put it back. So now let me show you the editing portion. So when you click here, it will show up the option of adding the alternative name. Alternative name is a SEO parameter, right?
I'm going to ask that. Yeah,
That's
for
SEO.
the
SEO
right.
will cover in a different subject. But right now, this is the way you put in alternative names. You never have to worry and touch the WordPress. You do everything from here. The URL. So URL is basically if you want the people not just view this image, but let's say you want to make this image clickable and lead to somewhere.
Oh, nice. Okay.
You add the URL. If somebody clicks on that where you want to lead them, you just type the URL and it will open in a new page, new tab for the user who is clicking on that image. Also, you have ability to control the width. Of course, height is automatically being adjusted. So it just give you the control of the controlling the width. Let's say I set up the width of 300 pixel and then it's in a pixel. When I do that, you can see now it's it's shrink to the size of the width. Now, if I want to remove it or increase it, I just simply go back and say I'm increasing it to say 600. Now, this is a 600 width. Also, another thing is you can, if you make it small, you can align it left, center, and right. That's what it means.
Cool.
So now we just added the images, right? So but images are not everything. But let me show you also one more thing for the images. You can bring the images, Tom, how many times you'll search for the image, you find it, free image is great. It's Unsplash, you can get anything, right? But one problem is, it's the huge size. I'm taking this image. I download it. Now, this image, okay, I'll say thanks. So this image is, when it's downloaded, yeah, 1 megabyte, 800, 1.8 megabyte. That's a huge image size.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
That's
so
going to be a hog when you want to open up the web page.
yeah, it's gonna hang up on the web page. And besides, when you bring in the images in WordPress, it's just over. I mean, it's below the WordPress. So now let's take this image and what we're going to do with that. Now we take that image and let's say we add it here to the assets. So we link to the article and plus we upload it on our Amazon server. So let me just pick up that image. So it's right here, 1.8 megabyte. So let's say we open it. Now notice this. We have a automated compression mechanism, compression and conversion mechanism. First of all, you can convert it in JPG to any PNG. Let's say if you want to upload PNG, that's the one with the transparent background. You want to leave it PNG. Let's say you upload JPG. Doesn't either one. Once you upload it, whatever you set here, that's the file will be loaded in our server. So now let's say we're not gonna touch to resize. Let's say we leave it as a large resize. We just say we're gonna take 60% of quality, but actually resize is kind of a little too big. Let's say we reuse it by 80%. So this is about a reduction we wanna take. So let's see how it's gonna do when we upload. So now we add in this file, conversion is happening on the background. When I add this file, the file is right here. It's automatically already optimized and the size is already different. So if I download the same file, so you can see now here,
Right.
and I go back to the my stuff. Now let's wait. Yeah, now you could see now I shrink the size by three times in this particular. Now this one is still could be a larger size. If you wanna really bring it down from 1.8 to like maybe 200-300, so no problem. So you can just add. Let's do the addition one more time. The same file. You can take that file and use it as a, let's say 50%, and this one is 50. Download. Let's see what will happen. Come on. Yeah, now it's 255, so it's much more manageable from 1.8 to 255. So now and besides, it's not losing the quality, so the quality of the file is still there. You can see it's really good quality. You can actually even more reduction. You can make a more reduction here. So let's do this. We're going to take that file. Let's delete this one. It gives you the warning. Now I'm gonna add this file right here. Just simply again copy to craft. Now it's there.
I like the fact that it automatically fits into the width.
Yeah.
And you pick that. It's what, basically 600 pixels. Is that correct?
Yeah. Now you could see. Yeah, this is about the same 600 pixel right here. It's pretty cool quality, right?
Yeah, considering how big it was and how small it is now, it's very good quality. So
now this is how the article will look like when I added the images, right? And when I'm looking at the preview, right?
I think the last, so we've got notes, we got the library.
Now we got the notes, we got the library done, right?
Right.
Oh, we haven't talked about the. Let me just show quickly how the video will be populated.
Oh, okay, yes.
You have a full control of the video. So now when you bring the video, say this one is the my marketing video, and I already uploaded here. Now I want to copy to craft. When I do that, now take a look what the control it gives me. First of all, this video already resides on the Blogely AWS server, so you don't need to bring this video. It's not gonna be populated on in your WordPress, so it sits on our server. Now you don't, again, like in the images, you don't control the height, you control the width. Let's say I want to have the width of say 600 pixel, but look at the additional configuration. Let's say if I don't put any configuration. Now take a look what happened. Now no autoplay, no loop, no control. So it's with control is not muted. So when I click OK, so now now this video is being added right here, and it has a control and it has everything, right?
Wow.
So when I show, let me just show here in preview, so it will be better. So this video just sits there and waiting for you to press the control. You can see right here, right?
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the loop. When I go to a place, auto play is okay, but I would prefer to be able to just click it myself. And the loop part really drives me crazy. People loop their videos.
Yeah, the loop you can, but actually I do like the loop, because the loop is kind of especially when it's in a tutorial. In tutorial you see the loop. It automatically starts a little short cycle of the information, so people can see it, and they don't know, just looking at this they can understand it. Now if I want to now control this video and set them my own parameters, so you can just go here in hold on just a second. You can just go here, you can set the loop, you can set autoplay, but let's say you want to remove the controls and you want to make it muted. So now this video will have no controls and will be muted. So it's pretty much, let's say if I'm gonna go here,
it just
again,
becomes an image then, doesn't it?
yeah, it comes with the image, but as you can see, there is no controls. So basically, and I didn't set it as a loop, so it comes as an image. So I cannot. So my actually setup right now is incorrect. What I should do, if I remove the controls, and I should put the outer start, right? So when I do that, just simply go here and make an adjustment. So this is I don't want to spend more time on this. I think it's totally understandable. So we got also PDFs. PDFs is quickly you can view the PDFs like this. Let's say if I want to add just copy to graph, so you can just leave a PDF as a link. So anybody clicking on that will download the PDF. But there's another option to add the PDF. If you do that through the using our tutorial, we just explain how the PDF should be processed. It's very easy. PDFs is done. Say here is embedded into article. This is the article how the PDFs are done. So here's a PDF. You can basically open the same PDF file in. Let me just show you quickly. Let's say if I go, say here, so where's my drive? Yeah, here's my drive, here's my PDF. All I need to do is say first I need to open with, actually first I need to open it here on the preview.
Okay.
Then I need to open in a new window. It's kind of tricky a little bit. When I open a new window, then I have another option as embed item. Once I go to embed, I just embed the iframe. And I take a copy of this iframe and I go back into the article. Right here. And now let's say I want to embed embedded frame. I just paste it. Okay. Now congratulations, you just embedded the PDF file into your article, and this could be easily printable to the WordPress, or you can put it in your portfolio. See, when you go to preview, take a look how it look like. So when you scroll down, where did I put? Yeah, right here. So this is the article that this is the PDF that I imported. So this is, by the way, the plagiarism scanner. So it's a plagiarism report. It runs through the article content, finds the content, the similarity online, and highlights it here, and actually tells where the issues are. So now if you want to use this PDF importing capability, you can just simply read the article how to do that. It's quickly, you just do it 2 steps. It's a little tricky though, but it's easy to implement.
Well, that's great. I think let's save some of the other things here. Versioning is, I saw versioning up there.
I think for versioning we can cover in the next subject, because versioning is kind of easy to understand. So let me just show you quickly. If I'm here in article, and let's say I write in this block, and I want to make sure that I want to make some changes or something, I want to just save this block as is, not the whole article, just the block. Well, let's just go to version, and there's only one button to operate. You just simply click save, and it just saves this particular article. If you open it up, you can see it's identical. So whatever you got there is being saved here. Now let me show you. Now let's say if I make changes here, let's say I remove some of this stuff, and you can see there is some spelling issues. Oh, by the way, we are fully integrated with Grammarly. So what you see here is a Grammarly working. So let me open it up here. When I go inside, now the Grammarly opens up, and now it tells me that, gives me the mistakes and the corrections. So like this one, agonizing, say agonizing. So I just
unless you're in the UK, in which
like,
case it's spelled.
yeah, UK has a different. See, like this one, poor work. This one is shoddy work. Oh wow,
Yeah,
it looks like it's actually more sophisticated, right?
yeah,
So now this one with wish certain. See, this one is a mistake.
that one is. Yeah,
This
they
one is
obviously didn't get
it's picked
Grammarly.
up. It's actually Grammarly is pretty cool, smart, huh?
Oh, I use it all the time.
So use this one now. This one, it shows me this one should be corrected, and just click here. So you're all done. And by the way, if you want to check your Grammarly, use your Grammarly for plagiarism, no problem. If you have a paid account, I do have a paid account, I can just simply run the plagiarism, and it just goes through the plagiarism scanner, and if it doesn't find anything, it gives me great job. And even though that's not really a great job, because this one was the article that we took, but I'll tell you, the plagiarism scanner is the best plagiarism scanner is a CopyLeaks. So this is why we integrated with the CopyLeaks. But anyway, it still gives you the good overview here. Now, when I want to go back to article, after corrections are done, so you just simply close it here, and now you're back. It's all fixed. You can see the little here, this plugins here, editing Grammarly.
Right.
So now remember, we saved the version here. Now this version was different from what is here, right? So I removed the video, I made some changes, but this one is different. So if I want to replace, I can always do that just by clicking it here and just ask me, are you sure that you want to replace? If I say yes, it will replace. It will replace the whole lot. But let me just save that one. Now you can see that's a save the second time, right?
Right.
After correction. So let me replace now with the old version. If I click here, click OK, now you can see now the old version is back. Now if I gonna click on this one, click OK, now the new version is there. And
I learned that a long time ago. When you write for somebody and then they come back and say, oh, let's take all this out.
Yeah, but you don't want to lose it. You want to have
later,
like,
they say, oh, let's put all that back.
yeah. But at the same time, you don't want to lose it. What you got is great, and you just want to keep it like different versions. So here it is. You have a versioning, so you can create different versions of, say, email sequence. So you can just write and keep writing, keep rewriting, keep saving in different copies. You never know which one you want to use, and you know which one will be useful and helpful, right? Or you make a different spin on something. You just create and save it. It will be saved as like an extra block. Save the block, and blocks are being accumulated. And by the way, you're not stuck with the name. So here, as you can put here, you can add some changes. You can just make a note here. So my note on something, you can just add it. Whatever you add it, you can see it's saved here, so you can recognize block from block. Okay, so these are your assets. You got notes which you build up your complete like supplemental material, right? Your material, basically your notes. Your libraries are your documents that you keep it, and you don't want to keep it elsewhere. You want to keep it in with one bucket. One bucket is your article is one bucket. So once one full bucket of information, everything is kind of merging together and easily accessible. And also you have the versions. Versions are the multiple versions of your blogs. Now research, we're gonna talk about it next. So right now the notes, libraries, versions are there, and I'll just give you a sneak peek. Research is about creating automated SERP 100 results on any search term that you want. You create the search term, it will give you not only the results, but also it will give you the I will call it intelligence. I wish I would say it's artificial intelligence, but yes, it's like an AI with indexing. We break it down, we'll give you the questions that was used, will give you ability of one click. It's actually a kind of upscale extension built in inside the app. Basically, we'll give you we'll bring all the content here, we'll merge it up, we'll break it up, we index it, and we'll give you the statistical data separately, and we'll give the questions that being used that are covering this particular search term as a separately, and then you can just simply building up your research document. Research document will be attached to the article based on your search term, and also in addition will be a keyword section. You can zoom in for specific keywords that related to that search term, and also will give you the results, including the cost per click, including the monthly volumes, and also including the competition. So the competition between 0 to 100%. So basically between 0 to 1. So anything you see like competition 0.4, it's more than 0.2, right? So one is 20%, another one is 40. So the less of the competition is better, the more volume is better. So you will have that capability of merging everything into a research document. So it's kind of next level of the extension research.
Cool. Well, that's an amazing amount of information, and it just, it's kind of the tip of the iceberg. But once you get the hang of it, it's actually pretty easy and it's fun. I mean, I like to research, I like to write. That's not true for everybody. So this makes it easy enough. I think even the people who don't like writing will enjoy this tool. So.
Yeah, it definitely helps me a lot to write my blog.
Cool. Well, we probably have put everybody's, going through some of these things. It's like, okay, that's a lot. So let's save some more for the next webinar. And
yes, let's save some more for another webinar. Right now, we already exceeded the limit, and I can see it right now. I know it's tough, but who knows? Maybe it's okay. Maybe people just simply skip it through the content. What I can do? Probably I can break it up by the little pieces, but I think it's good enough. So
yeah, I think so. And hey, you got to see what it's like working from home, right? People in the background.
yeah.
The cat was meowing. I don't know. She's gone. The dog came down.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Tom. So let me just wrap it up here. All right. So this is all for the assets today. We're gonna next one. We will review research document. All right. Okay.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah. Bye bye.